The secret sauce to U.S. economic growth, one of the major reasons we grew so quickly was because we had a growing percentage of the adult population in the labor force. And the real secret there was rising female labor force participation rates. But we peaked out. There's only a level you can get to, and we peaked out around 2000, and it's been falling since. But the fall accelerated, as it typically would be expected to do following the recession of 08-09. But it hasn't come back. And for us to continue our expansion, we need to raise the level of labor force participation in the U.S. economy. The longer you're out of work, the more likely you are to simply drop out of the labor force. If you take a look at who's coming out of prisons, about a third of them could go right into employment right away. They're ready. About a third need work. They need to be taught soft skills. Now, one of the benefits of being in a tighter labor market is you do have companies are starting to break down those barriers and look beyond. And that's a very hopeful thing. You might need your managers to be trained a little bit different. Cascade Engineering, I believe they're based in Holland, but they're in 4 or 5 states as well as Europe, 1,600 employee firm. They train all their supervisors by putting them through a poverty simulation. What does that mean? Well, it means that when an employee calls up who comes from a challenged background and says, I guess I can't work again because my car broke and it's a $300 repair. Old school supervisor, show up tomorrow, don't bother showing up again. Someone trained might understand that this employee doesn't have $300 in the bank, doesn't have credit, and might say, hey, Joe's in the next town over, he's gonna pick you up the next week and I'll call the car repair shop and tell him you're good for it. So we see things like microloans and things like that being done. So what's in it for the employer? Well, beyond just staffing, it turns out that you actually get, when you follow this model, you partner with a nonprofit, you offer a little bit of specialized support, you actually get not just an employee, you get a very good employee.